There are over 600 skins in Brawl Stars, and today we'll rank every single epic skin in the game from worst to best. Remember, this is all my opinion. People have different tastes, and it's impossible to please everyone in a ranking like this. I'd also like to note that epic skins are all really good, so placements can vary from category to category. But there is one exception: Classic Dynamite. Definitely my least favorite epic skin. This doesn't change anything about him except his model, and since it's Dynamite, he has plenty of other skins which are far better. Rockabilly Mortis. Literally nothing changes about him except his design, which is kind of mid. Night Witch Mortis. He's ugly, but does get some slight effects which are kind of neat. Biker Carl. Overall, this is a pretty underwhelming skin. His model is honestly pretty ugly, and his effects are not anything to ride home about. Bananas Colt. I bought this skin a few months back and I regret it. It's not super interesting in game or out of game. Popcorn Rico. This is actually a pretty solid skin. It's a nice touch that he shoots kernels that later pop into actual popcorn. Holiday Party Frank. Frank attacks with a big tree and wears a lampshade on his head. It's a fun concept, but it's not my favorite. Belle Goldhand. I feel like the skin barely does much to Belle. It feels like a slightly improved version of her instead. Spiky Eve. Same deal with Spiky Eve, it's just a bit too similar. El Rey Primo. Primo becomes royal, which is cool, but it feels more fitting for a 79 gem skin instead. King Lu. I will stand by hating King Lu. He does not feel strong and his effects are kind of mid at best. Ferocious Fang. This is the recolor of Furious Fang, and I don't think the colors are nice. It's a definite downgrade from the original model. Captain Carl and Dark-Tide Carl. They're whatever, they don't change too much and they're just kind of underwhelming. Hero Paulette. Out of all three Paulettes, Hero is my least favorite, and I'll probably never use this in my life. Bake Sale Barley. Barley now attacks with pies, and he looks like a woman, which is kind of cool. Dark Fairy Janet. This is a neat skin with some good effects. It has a really cool concept, but it just does not fit with Janet in the slightest. Chainsaw Buster. I like the Denji reference, but it's a really boring skin and just... he has better ones. Lion Bull. Bull is a lion. Caesar Sam. Sam gets a toga and stuff, but nothing about this skin really stands out too much. His attack is kind of lackluster, and so is his super. Cheerleader Rosa. This isn't too bad of a skin, but she looks really strange. I don't know what it is about her. I just don't like it. Hot Rod Brock gives Brock a really nice design, but his rockets are not anything special. L Baby Shark. This is a fire skin. Cool effects, a fun animation, but it's Baby Shark, man. Come on. DJ Ems. I personally don't like DJ Ems' model, but her attack and super are pretty cool. Slayer Griff. This is a super weird design for Griff. It just doesn't match his boxy shape. Cupid Piper. Really solid Piper skin. The Valentine's theme fits with her well, and her attack and super look really good. Midori Paulette. This is the better Paulette. I like her colors, and she's just kind of neat looking. I like the blues and the other colors. I forget what colors there are. Baseball Fang and the other Baseball Fang. I don't know what they're called. I don't like baseball, so this isn't really my favorite, but I can see how someone who does play baseball might find this pretty good. Coach Mike and PSG Mike are not my favorite skins, I'll be completely honest here, but they're not bad by any means. They throw soccer balls, and I like balls. Lavish Lola. I think this is a pretty solid recolor of Rebel Lola. Not much else to say here. Ronin Ruffs has some nice effects, but it's kind of whatever. It's kind of the same with Ninja Ash, who is just a little ninja box. It's kind of cool. Wasp Bo. Bo becomes a wasp and shoots stingers. Along with this, he throws little wasp nests with his super. I guess it also has honey or something too. I didn't think wasps make honey. Let me know what that is in the comments. Trash Poco. This skin is not trash, despite the name. Gold Neko Bee. I really like Neko Bee, but Gold Neko Bee is that, but better. It's also like Golden Barley and how it's a fake true gold skin, which is kind of nice. Hockey Mortis. Pretty solid Mortis skin. I like how it's hockey themed, because I'm Canadian. Smuggler Penny. This was the first Power League skin, so that has some interesting bits in it. It's a bit odd, but it's cool nonetheless. Lawless Lola. Not my favorite Lola skin, but it looks pretty alright. I think the darker colors are nice, but they're not the best. Haunted House 8-Bit. This skin has some really cool effects, but the thing that holds it back is how it looks nothing like 8-Bit. Bro is literally a house. Spicy Mike. Spicy Mike throws little peppers and a big pot of something for a super. Rage Quit Tara. I think this is an okay skin. There's nothing really crazy about it, but I think it's alright. Alley Cat Bull. This is a really solid bull skin. He turns into this mob boss with a cat and a really solid super animation. Or should I say a PNG. It still looks kinda cool. Jungle Queen Maisie. Definitely not my favorite Maisie skin, but it does feel good to use with her. Squeakbuster Gale. This is the only skin that references another brawler in their name. I think it's pretty solid. It's definitely a fun skin to use. Buzzette is a very fun skin. I like the pastel colors, the shades, everything, but I do see how people may not like it. Serenade Poco. He's so handsome. Dragon Knight Jessie and Shadow Knight Jessie. Out of all the Jessie skins, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. I greatly prefer something like Summer Jessie, but even then, these are not bad. Sway Master Barley. I love his animations and he's kinda cool, just a little bit basic. Baiku Eve. The Akira reference goes hard, man. Nutcracker Gale gets some really sick effects. They're sparkly and I prefer this over some stupid snow like most winter skins get. Jackie Kuki, Edgar Tata, Bull Mang, Tick, Shuki, BBRJ, L Brown, and Ruff's Chimmy. I put these all together since I think they're about on the same level. There are some which I think are far better, but we'll see them later. El Tigro gets some really sick effects from his super and attack, which are all pixely and stuff. It's pretty solid. Guard Rico. He's good. Shibanita. She's nice. Sports Dude Spike. It's alright. CCTV Poco. This skin used to be really good before the remodel, but despite that, it's still pretty solid. Coral Bell is underrated. Her model is nice and her shots are beautiful. Rebel Lola actually used to be called Chola, but was changed because it was offensive, but it's a whatever skin, she has better. Spore Mine Cordelius is really fire. I like his little attacks, but they're not my favorites. Frankengrom. This skin was good before the texture change. Mega Box Daryl and Omega Box Daryl. These were given for free before the box removal update, and they're really nice. They have some neat effects as well. Jet Ski Jackie has some cool effects. El Dragon Rosado and Verado.
Excuse me, did I just say Verado? I don't know where that came from. It's Verdoso, not Verado, not Verado.
Their attacks feel like really watery for some reason, but I think that's really cool. They kind of linger a bit, and I like that. Posto Bra. This skin did not fit with their season at all, despite it being a Power League season, but I find that kind of neat, and I like this skin a lot. It gives them a lot of personality. Superfan M's. This is kind of like that one Sandy skin, but not as good. I do really like the balloons around her in her super, though. Major Rosa gets a super cool shield. Royal Agent Colt is okay. It's kind of just like base Colt, but it's a lot just cooler. Pharaohs is also okay. I like the Pharaoh, but he's just a Pharaoh. Who cares? Corsair Colt is okay. Magma Mandy. This skin is alright. I don't really care for it too much since it just doesn't really fit Mandy that well. Flag Bearer Piper has nice feet. I don't like feet though, so it might go down just a few spots. Okay, next one. Sandy Koya would be grouped up with the others, but I absolutely love his attack and super. Dancer Shelly and the other two Dancer Shellys, or whatever they're called. The dark smoke that comes out of her attack is awesome looking, and they're pretty solid. Ultra Driller Jackie. This is a nice skin and a classic 149 gem skin with nice effects, but her super is super boring. Misfortune Tara's attack is beautiful, and is overall just a very solid skin, but I'm not the biggest fan of their designs. Same with Tempest Tara. Tanuki Jessie is really cute. I especially like the sound effect with her attack, and each bullet feels truly strong. Chicken Rico is a chicken, and I like chicken nuggets. Gladiator Colette. Honestly, pretty solid skin. I like how she runs when supering as well. Lantern Sandy. His super carries so hard in this skin, but it's alright. Monster Truck Meg. Her mecha gets some really awesome effects with his big swingy super and his little shots, but what I really like about the skin is the tire treads after he moves. Valkyrie Janet. One of Janet's best skins. This makes her feel so strong and like a powerful woman. Cobra Lola. This skin gives Lola a snake and changes her entire palette. I can see why people might not like this skin, but I find it pretty cool. Grouch Miko. Miko becomes the Grinch with a nice super landing effect. Pinku Paulette. I like anime girl. Rosie Charlie changes Charlie's spider egg thing into a rose, and she gets this poison ivy looking outfit. It's pretty solid. Cupcake Daryl. It's pleasing and has some pretty sick effects. Red Nose Nita. This was the first 149 gem skin and gives Nita some neat attack effects and a festive Bruce. Marauder Maisie. I like the skin, but I feel like it's not exactly worth 5,000 bling or 149 gems. I much prefer seeing this as a 79 gem skin, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Empress Bonnie. This is peak Bonnie skins. This completely changes her design and makes her like the complete opposite of what her character already is. Loaded Rico. What can I say? He's loaded. Mantis Rosa. I really like the shield she gets. It's so cool looking. Amber de la Vega. Incredibly underrated Amber skin and completely outclassed by Frost Queen Amber, but this skin still stands tall. Her shots get a really nice slash effect to them, and I just love it. Sally Nani. Sally Nani is such a good skin. She looks super adorable, and the peep is so cute as well. Born Bad Buzz. Buzz is a part of the Bad Randoms band, and this skin excels at portraying that. He's just so cool. Pizza Oven Ash. Pizza is nice. Furious Fang. This is a really solid Fang skin. He gets these incredibly nice colors, and this just feels like it could be the base Fang skin. Crimson RT. This skin turns RT into a little blob of evil, which not only looks cool, but fits with RT's design super well. Horus Bow. Bow becomes this angel looking thing, which is really fire, and is like the complete opposite of Underworld Bow. Yeti Sam. Sam gets awesome cold effects, and yeah, it's nice. All of the kit boxers go here, and they're pretty dang cool. They really enhance the assassin aspect of Kit's design. Dr. Edgar. You just can't go wrong with Dr. Edgar. It's pretty good. Nerd Squeak. So much nerd, so little time. Mega Beetle B. B gets a really neat attack shot which are bright and powerful. Trash Panda Penny. This might be a controversial opinion, but I think this skin is so fire. I love how her mortar turns into a trash can with a raccoon, and her base design is super nice. Dynasty Mike. Some of the better dynamite effects come out of this little guy. They feel really clean to use and don't disappoint at all. Kabocha Fang. Sick Fang, cool Fang. Cat Burglar Jessie. I like cats, and I really like the sound effects she gets when he shoots attacks. Sunken Chest Griff. Even though his teeth are positioned in a way where his lid cannot close, I think this makes Griff really cool and is super creative. Periscope Pearl. Pearl gets remade into this green thing. She shoots bubbles and gets a really nice super effect. Mecha Paladin Surge. It's a good skin for a good season. He feels really clean and gets some pretty solid effects to boot. Neon Nita. This is a pretty solid skin. Nita skins almost never miss, and this is no exception. Crocodile Buster. Now this is a skin of all time. Buster gets a really nice theme, and his net becomes a crocodile catching thingy. It really revamps him in an awesome way. Raider Cordelius. Definitely better than any other Cordelius skin, except for one other coming up. Underworld Bow. This is a really cool bow skin, but it feels kind of basic all around. It's not my personal favorite, but it's up there. Coco Rosa. It was pretty hard ranking the Rosa skins. All of them are pretty solid, but I think Coco Rosa barely beats them all out. Her attack becomes coconuts, and she becomes a coconut in her super. I love coconut. W Otis. Pretty cool skin with a cool little dance. Hanbok Mandy. I put this skin here mainly because I'm Korean, and a hanbok is a form of traditional Korean clothing. It's pretty awesome. World Championship Gus. One of Gus's best skins, Gus gets a sick color combination and feels super fun to use, especially to flex. Inspector Colette. I love the animation for her, and she becomes this ghost train navigator. It's really cool, but not as cool of a concept as another Colette skin on this list. Stone Troll Lou. This is a pretty badass Lou skin. Lou becomes this stone troll, and that's cool. Sultan Carl. Pretty solid Carl skin. His attacks get this sandy effect to them. Kraken Surge is really awesome. He shoots little squiddy kraken things. I love his tentacles. Crash Test Daryl is really neat. He's unique, and he's interesting, and he's a tire. What more could you want? Wizard Byron is a really cool Byron skin. I think it checks all the boxes of what an epic skin should be, and it does it pretty well. Jaguar Spirit Meg has a goofy little dance and makes Meg feel super powerful. Santa Stew normally wouldn't be this high for me since I don't really like the Santa skins too much, but I really love the snowy trail he gets after supering in place of fire. It's so clean. Dark Lord Spike still stands today as a really good skin. Best of all, it gives Spike a voice. Lunar Sprout. Its design is based off the moon rabbit from Asian mythology, hence the rabbit ears. It gives Sprout amazing cheese. Moon Rocks for his attack and super. Lunar Piper. Her design is also based off the Moon Rabbit, which you can really see in the skin. She's so classy and it looks beautiful. Director Buzz. I love how old Power League skins were these like super random things. Director Buzz is such a vibe and actually matches with his personality pretty well. Coney Max. My second favorite BT21 skin, Coney Max stays true to the original Max, which I feel is a nice touch. It's super bubbly and fun. Werewolf Leon. Leon becomes even more of a furry than he already was. He shoots little bones and walks like a furry would. Not that I would know. Cursed Pirate BB gets a sweet effect after swinging her bat, which lingers after a second in a super bubble that's like this trapped soul. I love BB, and the skin as well, and the skin. Desperado Poco makes Poco feel so awesome. He gets a massive no cloud as his attack and super, which just feels so nice to play. I love this little goober. Space Ox Bull. This was the first skin to have a changed voice line, which is kinda neat. His model is also big and powerful. Final Boss Rico gives 1930s animation, and it definitely excels at conveying that. Rocket Brown. Usually I'm not a huge fan of these BT21 skins, but Rocket Brown makes Brock feel so good. His shots are super large and strong, and they just feel super fun to play with. Evil Gene. This makes Gene feel like a little monster, which is super fitting for him. Every shot, even down to the split shots, are nicely made. Surgini. Obviously inspired by Aladdin, this gives Surge nice puffs of smoke after each attack and super, along with such a mystical vibe. Definitely worth every single gem. Challenger Colt. I like how you could only buy this skin for money, and you can never buy it again that one time. Dark Angel Colt. This skin was given to everyone for free for Brawl Days 2023, and holy crap, is this skin fire. Amazing animations and super sick shots. Witch Shelly turns Shelly into a witch. It's pretty self-explanatory. Her shots feel really powerful and match with her overall vibe incredibly well. Headless Rider Stu. This is a super above average Stu skin. He gets a menacing design which really neat effects. Pinata Ash. Ash gets the goofiest skins and it's incredible. Bro literally becomes a pinata. I want to hit on him, hit him, hit him, not Rogue Mortis. Rogue Mortis is actually so cool. He gets custom voice lines, cool effects with his attack, and his super is a sandstorm thing. It's pretty awesome. Overlord Byron is so sick. He shoots little orbs of his concoction and his super becomes a big bottle of said concoction. It's really clean. Orochi Edgar. Edgar just feels so strong in this skin. I feel like I could defeat the Ninetales Fox with this. Surfer Carl. Carl's best skin by far and is super great for a Brawl Pass skin. His attack gets completely reworked and his super matches super well. I love this. Mariposa Piper. Piper has a ton of great skins, but Mariposa stands out to me for her classy design and incredible animations in game. Tengu Mike doesn't have my favorite brawler model, but his attacks are what sell the skin for me. The eyeball after his super is super menacing and the little flares of fire after each attack is incredible. Lion Dance Brock. This skin is super exclusive, and if you watched my super rare ranking, you would know that Dumpling Daryl was my number 1. And to match, Lion Dance Brock is number 15. It's pretty good. Kitsune Lola. Lola gets a beautiful design with her and her fox, which look incredible in game. Just like the other Ayakashi clan skins, their attack shots are amazing. Fenrir Buzz and his variants make Buzz into a wolf from Norse mythology. He gets a really cool backstory and an even cooler model. Trixie Colette. This is a fan favorite skin for a good reason. Colette becomes a demon, and I like demons. That's cool. Heroine BB may not be a top tier skin for some of you, but this is my tier list, so I can do what I want. I love her design. Her bubble and her attack are super clean. Definitely top BB of all time. Odin Cordelius. This is such a sick looking skin. Cordelius' shots are well made and his idle animation is so menacing. Merchant Gale. This definitely is not the best looking skin, even though I think it's kinda cool, but I really love the skin due to the introduction of the first Brawl Pass. It's like a trophy, a marker in time for such a pivotal moment in Brawl Stars' history. Spirit Knight Frank. Such a cool skin with really neat effects. They really blew it out of the park with this one. Loki Chester. Chester's skins are always good. His animations just look so clean in this, and it's super well made, and of course, you get 5 supers in one. Oni Otis. Out of all of the Ayakashi clan skins, Oni Otis' attack is the best. It feels so strong and it's so creative looking. I love it. Crowbone. This is the classic S tier skin. You can never go wrong with Crowbone. I love how his daggers turn into a dark blue and his model is just so cool. Saloon 8-Bits. Not only does the skin have incredible voice lines, but the entire premise and execution is great. You gotta love Saloon 8-Bits. And finally, at number 1, I think you can all guess what it is. It's Frost Queen Amber, and she is definitely deserving of the number 1 spot. This is the only skin which gets a kill animation which is exclusive to legendaries. On top of this, her effects stand out so much and feel amazing to use.